Nigel Benn, the Ilford knockout specialist, is the boxer British fight fans most want to see. The Destroyer was 23 before he turned professional, but since that late launch, it's been full speed ahead with all guns firing. 20 fights, 20 stoppages, and only 2 outlasting the third round. He was out to maul the African lion Mike Chilambe this evening, a Zambian with just 1 defeat in 15 fights. That beating came, incidentally, when he stepped up to light heavy.
I'm in tip-top condition. If I feel I'm easy, I'm surprising him. Anytime, any round, I'm ready to knock him out.
Well, I'm always going to give the public what they want to see. And tonight, you know, it's no exception. I'm not going to change the way I fight. I'm going to come out there and give them what I usually do, but controlled aggression tonight.
So it's Benn against Chilambe for the Commonwealth Middleweight Championship at the Royal Albert Hall. At ringside, Jim Watt and Reg Gutteridge.
From Zambia. First visit here, of course. There he is, shrouded there, and head down, hands on the second shoulders, and they're not gloved up. They'll glove up in the ring. Gets a chance now because the Boxing Board's Commonwealth Committee have voted him a logical contender. But very unknown in this country, obviously not because he hasn't boxed here, but because those he has defeated in Zambia don't really ring a bell with many of us here. So comes into about 3 polite claps there. And, Mr. Chipili, Lenny Chipili is the manager. So there it is then, the music entrance for Nigel Benn. He loves this part of it, of course. A little bit of showbiz in him anyway. So there it is, holder of the Commonwealth Championship with the Commonwealth Trophy, and the promoter Frank Maloney there heading them. And there he is, all in the sequin outfit too. What a sharp dress that is for Nigel Benn. He's beginning to like the Royal Albert Hall for his stagey performances. So they'll have plenty of chance now to stare each other out while the gloves are being put on, and they're the protective bandages, which are restricted, and Boxing Board inspectors have to look at those. Well, a little bit of fashion on show there, Jim, isn't it?
Yeah, well, everything in black. The Dark Destroyer, he looks as though he means business as usual, doesn't he?
This is the main contest of the evening. Frank Maloney and Terry Marsh Promotions are proud to present a contest of 12 3-minute rounds to decide the middleweight championship of the Commonwealth. In the blue corner, from Zambia, with a record of 15 fights, 14 wins, 13 inside the distance, the middleweight champion of Central Africa, the challenger, Mike Chilambe.
Well, first looks, he's a bit of a string bean looking middleweight for the first visit here, Chilambe.
In the red corner, from Ilford, with a record of 20 fights, 20 wins, all by KO, the middleweight champion of the Commonwealth and People's Champion, the Dark Destroyer, Nigel.
He's a bit like Ali in the sense that he feeds off the crowd, doesn't he, Nigel Benn? Loves it. And that really drives him on there with dad and son in the corner, Brian and Sean Lynch.
At the weigh-in at 1 o'clock today, Chilambe scaled 11 stone 4¼ pounds. Benn 11 stone 6 pounds. Your officials appointed by the British Boxing Board of Control, the timekeeper, Mr. Ray Rice of Morden, the referee, Mr. Dave Paris of Edmonton.
A little bit of drama actually at the weigh-in ceremony. Benn getting there a bit late, having treatment on an ankle that he'd injured apparently, and they threatened to strip him of the championship, but he only just made it in time. And in fact, the weight at 11.6 is right on the title limit. So a bit of height advantage, Chilambe, the Zambian lion. And I think he's going to need all the help he can get there. He needs a bit of reach and may have to run a bit. We'll soon find out. Now, is this going to be another quick one or not for Nigel Benn? He's had 10 wins in the first round. And he really is a string bean looking middleweight, this Jim, isn't he, before a punch has landed.
Yeah, well, he doesn't look to have a tight defence, so I don't know if he's looking for his feet to keep him out of trouble, but I would much rather have a tight defence if I was facing Nigel Benn.
Sanctioned by the Commonwealth Committee of the Boxing Board of Control as a challenger. His only defeat is against his trainer, Enoch Chalmer. He's not working in the corner with him tonight, apparently. Well, that's the longest Benn's ever gone without throwing a punch, I suspect. Oh, and there it is, one hit, and the first one he threw, he just simply poleaxed that lion, and he's not going to get up, but if he does, I would think Paris would stop it. We make that a 60-second one. He's already had a 16 seconds, he's had a 25, a 57 seconds, and he's done it again, Nigel Benn. 60 seconds with the first and only punch he really landed in the contest. Now, whether this fellow deserved the crack or not, we won't know, because Benn is liable to hit any fighter on the chin like that, and they can go, Jim.
Yeah, it was a nice clean punch. It wasn't one of Benn's best punches, I wouldn't say, but it was certainly enough to finish the job tonight. Bang on the chin. The first punch, Benn throws, and the fight's all over. Chilambe didn't look to have anything that was about to trouble Benn. He was backpedaling all the way through with what looked to me like a loose defence, and the first meaningful punch Benn threw, it's all over.
And he gets a little hug there from promoter Frank Maloney. And there it is in the replay. We've got it twice coming up, Jim, but only one punch mattered. And there it is, right on the button. And there he just completely folded up, and you could almost shout timber there as he came over.
Yeah, well, the punch was bang on the chin. As I say, not one of Nigel Benn's best punches, but still 80% power is still enough to put anybody in trouble.
After 1 minute 7 seconds of the first round, Chilambe fails to beat the count. The winner and undefeated Commonwealth middleweight champion, Nigel Benn! The trophy will be presented by Mr. John Morris, the Secretary of the British Boxing Board of Control.
"67 seconds. Nigel, quicker than expected?
Well, it was, I didn't want to rush in. I wanted to see what he was going to do to me. First of all, I wanted to throw a couple of shots, see what he's got. Well, you know, I didn't want to wait around because he jabbed me, but he didn't really feel anything. And I thought, well, you know, let's get rid of him. You know, no disrespect to Chilambe, but, you know, I'm looking to fight Michael Watson. That is the guy I'm after.
If there's one opponent you really want then, apart from the Grahams, apart from the Watson, he's the top of your hit list, is he, Michael Watson?
Michael Watson's definitely the top of my hit list because everybody's been saying, like, you know, when are you fighting Watson? And come April, we should get it on me and Watson.
Well, let's have a look at the fight. I hope we can see it on our monitor down here and see how things ended. And you just give us your running commentary. You're not bad at that.
Well, thanks a lot, Jim. I took me time. I weren't going to waste any shots. And, you know, and it caught him flush on. And I wasn't rushing. I was taking my time and seeing what he had to offer. And then when I caught him with a shot, I knew he was out.
But I just wish it was a bit more stiff opposition, to tell you the truth.
We've got it from another angle, and your trainer Brian Lynch is with us.
Yeah, we worked on the shots and they come off. That's all we want, you know. We work if we can catch them with the left or the right. Whatever one we can catch them with, we hope they're going to come off and take them out. And whatever one he catches them with, they go. There's no return ticket.
Yeah, Nigel, welcome back to ITV, I'd have to say. But are you experienced enough? Are you getting enough experience with all these quick wins?
Well, the thing about it now, what I'm looking for really is to fight Watson, Graham, and people in Europe. Then, you know, then it can actually put me to the test and say, right, am I ready for world title level yet? And at the moment, being honest with myself, no, I'm not. I mean, I'm not going to say, yeah, I want to go and challenge Michael Nunn. First of all, I want to win a British title and then the European. But, you know, it's something that I'm not going to rush. Everybody wants me, sorry to keep going, Jim, but everybody wants me, like, you know, to go and fight for a world title now. But, you know, we're talking about my career.
You've obviously got a great affinity with the fans wherever you fight, but how much does it mean for you to have done it for a televised audience, for the ITV fans sitting at home?
Well, first of all, it wasn't my reason why ITV and I fell out, you know, but I ain't going to go into that now. But it's really glad to be back on ITV, giving the public that can't make it down here, Nigel Benn in action.
I know you had a case of mistaken identity a couple of weeks ago. No mistaking your identity tonight, Nigel.
Well, someone tried to give me a rugby tackle when I come in, and I said it wasn't me.
Good. Well done. Nice to have you back.
Cheers, Jim.
Yeah, it certainly is. I took my time, says Nigel Benn. It was all over in 67 seconds. Well, it's football next with World Cup